Thank you very much, Frankie. You had an amazing week, by the way. Loved your interviews, and it was great to hear from Oscarinen. Actually, I'm really happy that he got to do an interview, and the weekend was just a little bit better overall, as I'm joined by Treats and Rezark indeed, because it was rough for him so far. So talk to me about this week specifically, working with him and making sure that he had a better feeling.
Well, I think he was put in a not very easy position from the beginning. And I think in the first week, he was saying that he wasn't nervous, but he was mega nervous. I could feel it in his voice. He was really shaking because, of course, he's playing his first game in LEC. So his first weekend was terrible. And I'm actually very happy that after having such a bad week, he's very confident in himself. And I'm happy that he's going to be playing better and better slowly.
Yeah, I mean, winning definitely helps. Before I forget, actually, apparently you are meowing. Do you want to meow?
I can meow, yeah. But you meow after, okay?
Okay.
Okay. That was good, no? That was good.
That was really... Wait. Meow. Meow.
Okay, I'll add one to that one as well. Which one was best?
This is so great.
You asked for it.
You're a professional meower, to be honest.
It's
You're really
true.
good at that.
Okay, aside from meowing, oh my God. Reddit, I know you're having a field day. It's fine. We're going to talk about League of Legends. So talk to me about this game specifically. That was a crazy game. We've seen that Vi can just snowball out of control. But talk to me about the early game. Talk to me about the setup and then just, taking over.
Well, I didn't do anything crazy. I think Malrang just went for the crazy level 2 gank. Then I knew that I was going to be stronger in a bot fight in case he was there. And we just took it. We did 2-for-1. Then from that point, it was kind of easy, in my opinion. I didn't even like that they got the first Drake, but I think there is one fight that we just hard stomped. I don't know. I think he didn't even flash here. I don't know why he didn't flash, but it's fine.
Disrespect.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was like, wait, he has flash up? What happened?
Yeah, he has flash. I was like, I'm just gonna take his flash, but okay, I just killed him.
Respect, yeah, respect.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me because I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, Fnatic, I always expected that you could play this way, basically. But it obviously hasn't happened that often. And you've already given some context about it being really difficult for Oscar, and I think that's something that everyone can respect. But aside from that, why do you think, for the rest then, it wasn't working either until this week?
Well, I'm actually not sure too. I wish I knew what's wrong, in the team, and I could fix it instantly. But I feel like we have many issues as a team, and we are trying to fix them slowly. But I think we are playing the most our main issue, and I think we're playing very afraid, compared to scrims. And we are completely breaking our hands. I think we are supposed to have good mechanics because we are pro players and stuff, but we are griefing plays mechanically too. So it's really hard to win when nothing works. Sorry. So yeah.
Yeah, Treats. I mean, this is going to sound like flame, but it isn't. Obviously, you know what it is like to be in a situation
be losing,
where sometimes, but sometimes it's hard to get. It's hard to get, it really wasn't. But sometimes it's hard and you can't see the solutions, right? But you're from the outside and you have the experience of being in that position. So do you maybe see?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing is, I think when you're losing, a lot of times you want to look for mistakes in others. And I think when you start having the self-reflection and kind of thinking what you can do and optimize your individual performance, I think that's when a struggling team kind of moves forward. I think when a lot of times a team is just down a lot of losses and they need to get wins, the biggest thing for me is that the person who thinks that they can carry kind of just carries, doesn't think about how others play, doesn't get influenced by others and kind of just perform. And I think that's how it looked like when I watched you today. I think you were kind of just playing your own game and kind of doing your best. And obviously it worked out and you guys won. So I think it was a big step forward for you guys.
Kind of seemed like what you were saying, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course, we're looking at Fnatic and a lot of people are wondering how you are going to get into the next round, maybe into playoffs later. And Quickshot actually has a tool that was developed, and he's going to run us down it.
Thank you very much. Rezark, it is an absolute pleasure to have you sitting here. It was nice about the very first time you made it to LEC, before you even made it on stage. I got to gank you in the gaming house and make fun. The one thing I didn't talk about Do you have a good head for stats? Do you know percentages numbers yet?
No, I have no clue actually.
That is awesome. That makes me really happy because I'm hoping to present something to you and show you how Fnatic can make it to groups, okay? So welcome to Telestrator. Obviously, this is a tool you've seen a few times before, but now that we only have 15 games left, what I wanted to do was focus in on Fnatic, which we'll highlight in a second. You'll see the games they have played and talk about their chances, the percentage of remaining scenarios in which they lock in group stage. There is one giant disclaimer that I need everybody watching this segment to be aware of. The match schedule here does not reflect our week 3 match schedule. When this software was coded and built and made, it was before any of our flex scheduling came into effect. So if you are looking at these matches and planning your weekend, don't! Go to lolesports.com or check twitter.com/LEC.
For the order, right?
For the order of
Yes,
games, correct.
but-
The matchups won't change.
correct, yeah.
That is such a great catch. Thank you. I'm
No
also really glad
problem.
all the microphones are still on. Okay, so now, before I dive into this one, bear with me a little bit, all right? So Fnatic, I've got you highlighted 2 and 4. You can see in terms of the games you've played against SK, SK1, BDS1, etc., right? Fnatic have obviously won their game today. Koi should be reflected. It just happened, but you can see 3 and 3. The thing that I want to look at is a lock-in percentage for top 8. So for Razork, the way that this works, out of all of the possible multiverse options that can happen in the future, right now, you make it to groups in 49% of the scenarios, okay? Razork is grinning a little bit, but what I'm going to say is this.
Better than expected, perhaps.
I think you guys are going to take down Astralis. Oh, I literally just broke that. Let's make sure that's reframed. There we go. If you take down Astralis, the scenarios jump up to 72%. Oh, Razork shifting in his seat, getting excited. The thing that I want to point out, though, is on that same day, if XL pick up a win, obviously it's going to drop, right? Because you're going to be competing with everyone around here. So I'm just going to show you a couple of examples here where I'll say, let's presume Fnatic also pick up a win in week 3 against Mad Lions, because they kind of suck right now. 98% of remaining scenarios, you advance to top 8. I love that look. I really wish Razork's face was there. He literally went, ooh. That was really nice, okay? Obviously, now, I think I'm going to be a little bit more fair and say against G2, I'm probably going to expect G2 to win this game, right? And shaking his head, thank you. But I think more specifically, Treats, I just want you to rattle off some results just so we can play out this example. Okay, who's going to win here? Heretics or SK?
SK.
SK. Give me the next one. Vitality Koi.
Vitality.
Vitality. G2 Mad.
G2.
Right, give me next one.
Excel maybe?
Keep reading, keep reading.
SK?
SK.
BDS?
Yep, agreed. Vitality. Okay.
Vitality.
Vitality.
Astralis.
Astralis.
Koi.
Koi.
And say G2.
Oh, G2. Okay. In this scenario, if this works out, you're locked into
That's
top
a
8.
lot to happen.
100%. Of course it is, right?
You're welcome,
now, I
bro.
will just very quickly say,
Nice.
you're not going to be able to make top 4, but it will at least get you to groups, so we can see how the numbers run up and down. So there are scenarios, obviously, I think crucially, when you increase those likelihoods significantly, and what you're hoping for is for XL to drop. So that paints a little bit of a picture here. One last little disclaimer as well. In the event that Fnatic are going to be in a tie scenario for anyone in 8th place, tiebreaker games will be played. So any one of those slots above, tiebreaker rules can come into effect to prevent those games. So it's a little check-in. Hopefully, as the conversation plays out, I might be able to play with this tool again. So hopefully see you in a second.
Cool. That was really enlightening. And we will be looking at that. But I guess for players, it's usually just, well, yeah, we're just going to try to win because, right, it's probably the case.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty good. It looks better than I thought, even right now.
I mean, before these two games, we
no.
were kind of
Down bad.
not in a good
0%.
position.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
So for me, like already being able to make it, it's good. You know, like 50% is solid. From now, we have 50%, but now we just need to win 2 games, kinda, next week, and hope that XL loses, right?
Yeah.
And then we're in.
Easy.
And then
you're
life's
in.
good again.
It could happen, indeed. So Treats, maybe can we pull up the standings by any chance? Because we see them over there, but I'd like to pull them behind me and just talk about some general trends that we have been seeing. First off, who, outside of Fnatic, sorry, no flame, has work to do if they are going to make it into the next round, even though they were probably expected to be there. So I'm saying, like,
I mean, Mad Lions is the obvious answer,
Yeah.
right? They've been looking rough. They're at 2 and 4 right now. Obviously, same position as you guys. I think it also benefits you, right, that there's a lot of teams on the same standings.
Yeah, we play against them. That also helps. Because
Exactly.
if
Yeah.
we beat Mad Lions, then we
Yeah.
have a high chance to actually make it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mad Lions are struggling right now, and it feels like they've tried a lot of different things as well, but nothing has really clicked yet. So now they have another week to improve on things. Obviously, that should help as well. But yeah, it's been looking really rough for them.
It's really crazy because I feel like when we had the winter split, I was surprised by how some of the things went, and some of the teams that found themselves falling out of groups, but also got into groups and then made it into the playoffs even. And now it's just going to continue. Do you have a feeling, Razork, that like in general, it seems like things have an ability to fluctuate very fast and maybe differently than you anticipated because of the schedule and the way it works with all the best of ones?
For sure, yeah. I mean, there are also 3 games in the same week, 3 weeks in a row. Like I'm not accusing ourselves, but we also were like mega sick last week. So that actually shouldn't influence our performance because we should play good and win anyways. But it actually makes a difference sometimes. So if you have bad week, like for example, I don't know, some team gets sick for next week and they lose 3 games, then they're kind of.
I know that you're being careful and you're saying, oh, it's like not excuse, and you're right in that because there are examples of people also doing well when they don't feel that well. But I heard you guys are actually really, really sick and like really weak, and you know, I can only imagine how hard that was.
Actually 4 players were like sick. I think we actually shifted. I think all of us got the same virus or whatever, so it was like really bad. But now we are feeling much better. That's why we're here in the studio.
Yeah, exactly, which is a nice treat. Let's go over to Trevor one last time, and I don't know what I want to know from you. So, do you have something you want to tell us?
Yes, I do. Actually, thank you so much. Okay, when it does come back to me here at the telestrator, the tool has just been flicked over. The thing that I want to focus on, which isn't as clear here, but the tie at the top of the table with 4 teams in the race for first and second. The tie at the bottom of the table, 4 teams in the race for 7th and 8th, trying to avoid 9th and 10th. A reminder, if you place 9th and 10th, you don't advance to the group stage, right? Once again, the tool is up. I just want to add that disclaimer. The match order for next week is not accurate. Please check lollysports.com or twitter.com/LEC.
I think I will have the correct one for Saturday in a bit.
Awesome, fantastic. That's going to be helpful. So just don't trust this. They will move around a little bit. The matchups won't. The thing that I want to focus on very quickly is I just want to highlight the 4 teams in the race for this Pool 1 seeds. Because if you place first or second, you get to pick your opponents, which is huge going into those best of 3s, the double elimination. G2 Esports still have to face SK Gaming, Mad Lions, and Fnatic with Razork. SK Gaming, let's just highlight them there. You'll see they obviously have to play at Mad Lions, Heretics, and we just mentioned at G2. And when I look at BDS, just looking at their 3 remaining matches, Vitality, Koi, XL, one of the easier rosters. And similarly, when I look at Vitality, BDS, Koi, Heretics. So immediately, straight out the gate, my instinct here is that G2 and SK, slightly more challenging strength of schedule. What I want to look at, though, is the surprise world. What if SK want to look at locking in a top 2 position, right? Right now, as it stands, 43% of the remaining scenarios, they take top 2. They take that Pool 1 seed. So let's just presume that SK Gaming take down G2 next week. That's going to bounce up a lot. Let's presume SK pick up another win against Mad Lions. That's probably a little safer, 95%. And let's just say SK go for the clear 3-0 next week. That is how they lock regardless of any other results, right? So that was just one of the very small examples I wanted to play with. I'll say treats. Do you want to pick one of these other top 4 teams that I can quickly run through some scenarios?
Do we want to see if Mad Lions make it?
I was going to say, I think Mad Lions have a tough schedule as well, right?
Okay, so let's take a look. So let's go Mad Lions. Let's look at their head-to-head. So Mad Lions are going to be playing G2 Esports as well as Fnatic. And what am I missing? Who am I missing here? There's somebody missing. Don't know. We'll figure this out in a second. Okay, so let's look for top 8 first, right? Mad Lions' first game against Fnatic. I apologize, Razork. Let's say they win that game, right? And we want to go lock in percentages. That's going to give them 74% of remaining scenarios. Mad Lions then play SK. Let's say they lose that, right? SK looking a bit stronger, drops to 50, right? That goes either direction. And finally, Mad Lions on the last day playing against G2. Okay, let's just go for the complete chaos one. They still don't 100% lock based on their own results. If we turn this to a win, it actually does. So if they go 3-0, it's simple, right? I mean, that is pretty logic.
We needed the tool for that.
Do we think they can beat Mad Lions in G2? I don't think so. So that's going to be 13%. And now we want to play around some of these options. They can still advance, but if you go Astralis, Koi, I don't know, BDS, and let's just say SK, we start seeing how the scenarios will go up and down. But it's fairly simple. Yes, you don't need a magical tool to say win and you're in.
But you're going to be there next week.
100%.
Okay, nice.
I will be breaking this all down.
Okay.
The one thing I will say that this tool definitely helps show, based on the results that we've seen this week, based on the fact that Fnatic came in and I threw you guys under the bus. I didn't expect you to win yesterday. I didn't expect you to win today. I have no idea who's going to win those games next week.
Yeah.
So, as I like to say here on the LEC, every game counts.
Actually, it was Trevor who started that back in the day.
And killed it. I started it and killed it. Yeah,
like
I apologize.
Some
in
other
advance.
things.
There
But we all do that. But hey, I'm not going to leave everyone for too long. Thank you so much. That was super insightful, Trevor. We're going to take a look at the updated schedule for Saturday because we're not trolling you and just showing you the wrong ones. This is the updated schedule, so you will actually be playing... Oh, Mad Lions on... Oh, wait, that was... Never mind. It updated live on the tool, so you're playing Mad Lions.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
think we can beat them.
Okay, cool. Let's see. There's also a match of the week, and that's G2 versus Fnatic on Sunday. Now, in terms of kind of how things have gone, G2 versus Fnatic is always hype, but then people have said like, oh, maybe it's not that hype because Fnatic isn't looking that good. I see it. I see the world. You arrive, you win your first 2 games, and then boom. Do you see it too?
Who knows? I mean, I think G2 is looking very strong, honestly.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we can do next week.
Yes, indeed. I'm not going to talk about it. We're just going to see what happens. Let's take a selfie. And then...
Selfie time.
The meow selfie.
The meow selfie? Wait, we'll take a photo and then we'll take a video. That's a
And then we
great
take a
idea.
meow.
Okay, are you ready? Yeah? Meow. Meow. Okay. Meow. Okay, we'll see you next
Beautiful.
week for the last... Where's camera? Or here. For the last 3 days of the regular season. See you then if you haven't died of cringe. If you did, this is the LEC. You're used to it.
Get used to it, yeah.
Bye. Meow.
Like, I'm not gonna meow, you know, because it's 2023. So it has to wait 1 year.
Now Evie is on the wrong side of the rift. Ruby Spirit rushes forward, Spirit rushes backwards. Mercer Zenith's in, and Iski stays alive long enough to get some more poison down. But Heretic's on the board for now. Yankos takes out El Yoyo. The charm is great. Kazi instantly cleanses and flashes away. But gets snip. Heretics get 4. How did they do that? How? How did Heretics turn that around? I'm asking you.
No W Wukong, no W Wukong.
Let's fight.
Out. Just play slow.
They're stuck in pit, guys.
Lulu no flash, go Lulu. Lulu no flash.
Give a cash out.
I got it. That's a bit.
His lesson hard learned from some of the games we saw earlier today. Mickey's lesson, however, has not been learned at all. BDS are playing Spot the Inter, and right now the Inter is Mickey.
Let's
Let's go. I will stun. Nice. Gragas is not tilting.
This could get turned around on Razork if he can't instantly burst Malrang. Wants to burst through. Huge damage, and he can! Ender, he can just burst through Malrang. Razork may not meow like a kitty, but he is hard carrying this game.
Not going to be able to find the broken blade, but the breath of light as well as the skies descended. Astralis go in, they go back out. 1-1-3, looking to break the hearts of Vitality. The shit comes up once more. He does it.
Kaisa. I can kill. Go mid then. Let's go!
Astralis will set themselves up with a 3-3 scoreline.
Game the Herald, though. That is not why Engage immediately going to kick off. It's an absolute bloodbath, but Adam just diving into the backside. Hansama trying to unleash. The Azir ult is everything, but it is not enough. It is right. Nuke into the backside. Oh my God. One flashing on safety. Adam now following up. It's a clean fight from BDS.
Okay, I will do it. Okay, don't record me, please, Pete. I get shy.
Do it louder.
That was so bad.
There's no way
actually.
she hears like that.
Dude, I'm not gonna do it louder. F you, bro.
No, you.
No, f you.
No, you.
No, f you.
You.